Opportunity be knocking.
88.1. Action Bronson from his new album, Mr. Wonderful. But enough about that guy. We got a real Mr. Wonderful, a couple of them here in the booth. It's Baseline.
What's
How
up?
you
What's
doing,
up,
sir? How you doing?
How you been?
I've been better. I could have this month end. Like,
Yeah.
I want March to just go and die somewhere.
Get some sun out there.
I just been rough on me. It's one of those months where, like, everything's been weird. Everything's been off kilter.
Yeah.
I've been all beat up and sick, and plans just went awry all over the place.
The winter blues.
Kind of thing,
Yeah.
and like I want more rhythm with my blues if I'm gonna have it. Why can't you have that?
Some more rhythm and bass.
That's true, Which makes me think of a joke I used to like to say, which is the best kind of depression is a tropical depression. But anyway, but you're not having a bad month.
That's
You got
all
a
right.
project. You're
Yeah,
just
it's-
ready to drop it on people.
Yeah, I feel like I'm detoxing a little bit. Not nearly as hyped up as detox. I just read an article today. Detox isn't even happening anymore. So, yeah. But I'm taking my time with this one. So I just kind of like put out some teasers, write a couple songs here and there, and then kind of gonna fall back a little bit, keep working on it. Like I think last time I was here, I was talking about the next project I'm working on. I think we discussed the Monster project. I think that's almost been a year
I know.
out since that was out.
It's hard to believe, but.
Yeah.
So, what's making you take this different approach with this project? What's pushing that?
I think just doing it for so long and seeing the limited payout of it, you could say. Not like I'm looking to get paid, but like in return of like how I'm seen. I think amongst my peers, like there's a mutual respect and things like that. But I think just in general with the city and the kind of demographic I'm trying to like bring in here, I want to kind of take my time with it so I can hit those different things, like make those records with the bars on it, but also make those records that the girls can vibe with, but the fellas don't mind vibing with too, because there's still some substance, some kind of genius to it, right?
Yeah.
So that's the plan, is just kind of shape it and mold it to be this
Right.
project.
And yet, I feel like you're sort of saying I can't just be like, I'm hibernating, see you when it's done.
Yeah.
You kind of need to keep something alive. Like, need to keep people interested, and there's like a pulse coming out of the project. Is that why you're like letting little bits out here and there? And
Yeah, and
I
then-
know Chicago came out a few weeks back.
That's the plan. There's like, because I see other people putting music out consistently and all that stuff, and I just want to say, like, I'm still here. I'm still like, and those songs honestly aren't even on the project. Those are just like, hey, this is what I've been doing. We worked on this one, and then
Nice.
like we just like the Crown record that we possibly may play here later a bit.
yeah.
That was like made a year ago. I just redid my verse recently, just because every time you hear a featured verse, you're like, I can do better than that. You know what I mean? So
Right.
even when I sent the new verse back to Thriller, he was just like, nah, I gotta redo mine. Right?
So it's like a little up the ante on both sides.
Yeah, he didn't redo his because I told him, like, no, you have to leave your verse like that. That's what made me write the new verse that I
Right.
had to put down there, right?
Right.
So it's just like I have to stay active in my head, or I feel like I'm not accomplishing much. I have to
Sure.
keep the name out there a little bit, right?
Right.
And I'm still building, right? And
Definitely.
that's part of it, is putting out consistent music and not just hibernating for the winter. Right? So
I want to hit him with actually that song you were just talking about.
which one? The
Crown.
Crown? Yeah, just start that one.
Let's
right there.
start. Let's go there, because I really enjoy this track. There's a moment where in this song you'll hear it, people, where Thriller like pours himself a little drink.
Yeah, the Crown.
I love that moment. It's
That's
just
all we
like,
drink, man. That's all we drink. Crown.
how long has
Apple.
that been that way? How long you been like a Crown guy?
Recent years is my buddy Ryan. He came to my house, I think probably like 2-3 years ago, and then we were just drinking. I was drinking, I don't know, like vodka or something, just anything that was cheap at the liquor store, right? And so then he was sitting there and he was drinking the Crown straight.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, he's a man, right? You can drink whiskey straight like that, you're a man,
You're a
right?
man.
And so I was like, all right, I'm going to train myself. So next couple of weekends, I trained myself, right?
drink the
Little
Crown.
pop in there, eventually fade it out, and I could do it. Blacked out. It's not a good choice to do that. You should always mix something in there, because you are going to
This
get
is a PSA from
messed up,
Baseline.
right? Right? Learn your lessons, but eventually you learn to pace yourself, and it took like you grow up, and that's how you can sip a shot of whiskey versus just take a shot of whiskey, right? So
I
that's
still
what-
have that problem.
right? So now, just a couple years later, it's just the go-to thing to drink. We sit at the table, drink some Crown, put some apple juice in it, sometimes some ginger ale. Coke's not good in it though. It's
No,
like
the little
heartburning,
apple
right?
snap kind of situation
Yeah.
is nice though.
Yeah, the
apple
apple's
juice
nice.
is a good mix.
Not the apple Crown. I was excited for the
No, I
apple
know.
Crown, but like just apple juice, because
That's
apple
part of
Crown's
being
so sweet.
being a man, quote unquote. I think there's a lot of different ways to do that. I don't think there's one blueprint. Like
Yeah.
there's different molds, but part of it is don't buy like flavory drinks. like maple stuff. No,
Yeah, say that
that's
for-
for your pancakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like serious.
Yeah.
That's elf juice.
Yeah.
That's what my wife calls it.
Elf
By the way, shout out to Pickle Beats and Buddy Ducky back at the camp. Buddy Ducky is just beginning to hear now in the womb.
Yeah?
Going to be updating people on the
I
baby
forgot- yeah.
as it comes.
Yeah.
So-
Congratulations. I forgot to. I don't think I.
I've been trying to play rap to the belly, but the wife's like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I was like, he can't hear those words.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see how you negotiate, like, raising a young man and make sure that he gets all the good stuff out of hip hop.
Yeah.
But I don't want him just to, get the surface and just think we're going to be like misogynistic and
Yeah.
violent.
Yeah.
That's part of the story. That's not the story.
You don't want him
That's
to
the-
sag his pants. You want him to.
Well, I mean, a little bit. Like, I want him to have something worth sagging to kind of
Yeah.
hide it. Like,
Yeah.
there's a reason that the men gotta, it's like Eddie Murphy. We'll go back there. Sometimes you see a brother in a wheelchair. He isn't handicapped. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
88.1 KDU talking about people with big units. We're gonna play Crown from, I don't know what this from, but it features Thriller and Bassline. Go get yourself a drink.
Produced by Grant Caddy too. Shout out him.
Oh yeah, ODOD in LA. If they ever come back.
Probably not.
Nope.
With that liquor, give me crown in my cup, fill my cup. With that liquor, give me crown. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta talk that shit, man. You get tired of hearing them saying they can rap better. Sometimes it's got shown, right? Tell me why they think they dope. Maybe cause they sniffing coke, powder in their nose, a bunch of hoes posing for a light. Me and you are not alike, no control. When I spit, got that mucus flow. Even mutant mask couldn't help you with these birds. You should know that this liquor got me thrown. Never had a fuck to give George Bush. From that Chris Rock skit, what I spit toxic, so I'm feeling like Bane. I can kill Bruce Wayne and tell him that the villain here. You can feel that pain like a window hit your body.